Next, let's talk about if. We can see this first if statement is just a multi-line if. There's some test, and then we're using braces to define one or more statements inside of it, and that's pretty obvious. You can also legally in C#, if there's only a single statement, go ahead and include it on a separate line. The problem with this pattern is that it's too easy to add a third line. If we change this to false and run this, you'll see that more truth, or this last line, is being executed, even though it should be part of this test. Now, we know that this is a mistake. We understand that if statements have to have braces around them for more than one line. The problem comes in when we're trying to do things that are quick. So we come in, we're trying to fix a bug, we do something, and we can even see that the formatting is going to imply this. So this is another clue to this, but I found that in large code bases, it's best not to use this form at all, the single line test. So how do we get around this? The argument, and this is an argument, this is a more controversial discussion, and I've had this discussion with lots and lots of devs, but I've found that code bases tend to be better if they follow this rule, and that is if there is only a single line of code after the test, to always include it on one line. If this if had looked like this, that the next line is obviously not going to be part of that, because converting this to a line isn't a lot of work. And this way it's really clear that one, this is expecting it to be a single line test, and that this is going to be a multi-line test. Mixing the two patterns can be visually confusing, so code is harder to read, but in addition can cause problems in maintenance as time goes by. We can now see using the correct versions, none of those are going to pass because all the tests are false. Let's look at the next issue.